Now, device channels are a new concept in SharePoint 2013, and the idea is that you're going to have lots of different devices accessing your sites, and it would be nice, instead of having to wonder like what type of device it is, do all kinds of tricky stuff in CSS, is to basically just create a specific master page just for that device. So if you want to have a master page just for an iPad or an iPhone or a Windows phone or whatever, you can just have a specific master page just for that, and then that will render on those types of devices. So they're similar to media queries in CSS3. What they do is they look for keywords in the browser's user agent. So if you know what the browser on those types of devices, what it's sending in the user agent, then you can configure that in device channels. So you can go into site settings, device channels, and set those up. And then you can also, the thing that's really cool is that you can actually assign aliases that you can reference in UI or code for the device channels. And the device inclusion rules, that's basically using the user agent string. So if it finds a certain user agent string in the request, SharePoint's going to check to see if a device channel has been configured for that site. If it has and it matches up, it's going to use the right channel for that inclusion rule. So we're going to take a look at the current site we've been working on and setting up a couple of device channels. Okay, we're back in our SharePoint site now, and now that we have a couple master pages set up in our site, we're going to configure some device channels. So the easiest way to test this out without having to get a bunch of devices involved is you can just test it with different browsers. So you can say, this demo, what I'm going to do is I've already made a request to the site using IE. I installed Google Chrome and made a request to the site using Google Chrome. And what I did was I just opened up Fiddler. So I have Fiddler, and when I make a request using IE, let's go ahead and refresh that. Come over here and I can look at the user agent and then just copy that. So I did the exact same thing with Chrome. And so now what I want to do is I'm going to go into Design Manager, and I'm going to manage device channels, and I want to create a channel. So the first channel I'm going to create is for IE. So I'm just going to call it IE, and I'm going to give it an alias of IE, and I'll just say renders for IE. Now the inclusion rules, I've already copied the user agent strings, so let me just go ahead and navigate to those. I store them in text files just to make it easy. So I have one for IE, I'll just copy that and paste it. And I'll say that it's active. If it's not active, then you're not going to be able to use it. So I'm going to create another channel. This one's going to be called Chrome. And let's go back. I'll copy the user agent string for Chrome. Paste that in. Let's make it active, save that. Okay, so now let's go back to site settings and go back to our master pages. Notice how now we have some choices. So first of all, this only works for publishing pages and publishing sites. So that's why you see the choices here, the custom master page, because it's only for publishing pages. So for IE, let's say I'm going to use the master page that we just created, that we use Design Manager for. And then for Chrome, I'll say we'll use the custom starter. And then for the default, if you don't have anything, I'll say MySQL. We created that previously, so that's good. And I will go ahead and Save this. So remember now that we have in IE, we should see the master page that we just created, HTML files using Design Manager. So when I go to test this, that's the one that we should see right now. And indeed we do. So let me open up Chrome. I've already got this set to go to the same site in Chrome. So now I'm going to go to the master page, or I'm sorry, the publishing page using Chrome. And notice how we're getting redirected to a different master page. So you can imagine, this is a pretty powerful concept. If you have devices, if you know what the user agent string is from the browser you're using and on your mobile phone, like an Android or iPhone or Windows Phone, or even depending on the version, you can make lots of different device channels in your sites and then render different master pages based on those device channels.